Alright, guys, are you ready to bazinga these boys? Isn't it crazy? I just recorded 2 other podcasts today and I'm still totally fit for performance, alright? There's no issue with doing it this way at all. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. None of us are tired. We're in peak condition for the Bazinga Boys, episode 10. We've hit double digits, Florian. Can you believe it?
We did it. The Big 10, Big XX. No, single X, I guess.
We need to hit triple X. That's what we really need, I think.
Bazinga Boys anniversary, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I guess not. That means year. Oh, well.
You know, we'll hit it eventually, okay? We'll hit it eventually.
Yep. Well, we did it. So, which one do you want to do first? I think we should not always do the same one first.
Well, first, Florian, as always, we need to hear your Grindr update. What's been going on that app?
Oh, nothing. There's been absolutely nothing.
Have you been neglecting your Grindr duties for the show?
I have not. I have been ignored. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
I don't
actually,
believe it.
there's one guy. No. Yeah. Okay. There's one guy who said hey, and then I said hey, nice lederhosen, and then he said thanks.
Wait a second. Was he wearing lederhosen in his profile picture?
Yeah. Judging from this context, do you think he was or he wasn't?
I don't know if that seems too. This is fake. That's too stereotypical for this to be a real thing that's happened. Okay.
Okay, he's got like lederhosen shorts. Okay, I mean, I guess that is still stereotypical as well. So yeah, I guess he's really done it. You know, he's like the rest of his outfit looks moderately modern. So I guess it's just perfect. You know.
Okay.
He's a nice guy. Maybe this will work out. But yeah, I mean, on the last time on Isikino on Velma, Mumki was very disappointed in me because the guy ghosted me. You know.
Yeah.
And he declared I'm not gay, so I assumed that I wouldn't have to do many more of these, but yeah.
I still believe in you, Florian, okay? I still believe.
I think I'll occasionally do these, but I don't know if I have a story every week.
Well, I'm gonna ask you every week, okay? Regardless of whether you have a story or not, it's gotta be here.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're doing it because you're gay, it's okay.
It's just as important as reading the Chuck Lorre cards, which, by the way, we forgot last time. Should I recap last time's Chuck Lorre cards real quick?
Yes, but first, can you tell us what the tally is at?
Oh, the tally for which episode's better? It's 4-5. I believe it's still barely in, let me check. It's barely in young Sheldon's favor with 5. Big Bang Theory's at 4. But yeah.
Well, I think that... I think that might change today, but we'll see.
And it's got to change. One of them's got to go up. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I think that the young Sheldon supremacy might be over, but we'll see.
I disagree, but I guess we'll have to see.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you love this episode.
We have no tiebreaker. It's very unfortunate, but yeah.
No, it's fine. It's better. We get to make an argument.
Okay, I guess so. But yeah, on episode 9 of The Big Bang Theory, there was a poem in Chuck Lorre's card, a poem called My Soul's Journey, which includes a list of twos, such as to see God and others, and to die without death and merge my consciousness into the cosmic sea of bliss from which I came. And it ends with like a dumb joke that undercuts the whole thing. And I suppose that's the humor. It's really ahead of its time. This is like a Thor: Love and Thunder kind of a poem here, but yeah, I was not too happy about it.
I hated that movie.
Yeah,
so did I. Remember that?
I don't think anyone saw that movie and came out happy. I don't think anyone did.
People loved it. Mumkey thinks it's better than the previous one. It's crazy.
Doesn't. I don't believe you.
No, he does.
I'm gonna have to re-listen to that episode. That's insane, but okay.
No, I think he may have said it's the best Thor movie.
I don't believe it.
He thought it was actually funny that the guy was like decapitating the snakehead for children, you know.
Well, I mean, that part's good. All the stuff with that guy is good, but yeah, I don't know.
I guess.
He'll comment on this episode. He'll set us straight here in the comments. He's always the first comment on every Bazinga Boys episode, so...
You think that'll continue? Okay, I guess we'll see.
I don't know. But yeah, and for young Sheldon, episode 9, of a vanity card, he gives a brief fake apology for getting too political in his vanity cards, and then he's like, and then he pulls out another little political thing, which is like, it's like the most soy possible like response to someone getting mad at you being political in your fucking vanity card. But you know, it's whatever, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem particularly soy, right?
He goes about it in a very soy way, because he writes this apology, and then he has a PS, a postscript. I believe that's what that means. And then he has
it is what that means.
And then he writes a PPS, and in the PPS he writes, if the government is going to ban certain words, they might as well ban the word they're really afraid of, guilty. That's what he says. So, you know.
Why would they ban the word that they like? Wait, what?
I don't know. It's
the government like afraid of? That is insane. How is the government afraid of the word guilty?
Yeah, and I mean, all those guys in the powdered wigs, they shout it all the time.
Yeah, I know, and so now nobody gets to be in jail anymore. Wow, this is such good thinking. Well done.
It's not. It's not like an anti-cop thing. It's like because he's mad that people are banning words like diversity. He says, which I don't believe any state in the U.S. has ever attempted to ban the word diversity, but who knows.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the anti-woke people use it more than the other ones, you know?
That's probably true. It's like a both-sided insane obsession now. It's mostly the fucking right-wingers who are just being ridiculous about it, but Chuck Lorre is one of the few keeping the brave anti-woke soy up as well, so, you know. Amazing.
Wow. Well, I am very displeased with this segment. You know, you keep using this to just shit on this poor millionaire who is just trying to express himself, and we don't get to hear his story. You know, we just hear your opinion on it, and it's a tragedy.
Yeah,
I bet these cards are really smart. Too bad I hate reading, so I guess there'll never be a defense of him.
They're one paragraph at most, Florian. You could read them if you wanted to. You read all that fan fiction for the Shaggy Dog episode of Is It Kino that just came out, so
I guess I'm just so like automatically skipping off the credits that I'll never see them.
Wow.
I guess I really need to read them in the future.
What a shame. You know, I think next time you should have to do all your notes and stuff, okay? I think next time we need you to give your note, because you always say, "Oh, I do not write the notes for the podcast," and I want to see. I want to see you try to take some notes and be the host to fucking lead us on for the next episode, okay?
Yeah, next time I'll totally take charge. Don't worry about a thing.
Good. Sounds good.
Yep.
But yeah, so...
All right, are we done with the stupid meta shit? Can we talk about the show now?
Yeah. So,
all right.
In The Big Bang Theory, they begin with they're arguing about Terminator as they're coming home. I assume from seeing one of these Terminator movies in the theater. But they're talking about like a 17-year-old girl Terminator, which I don't think is a thing in any of the movies, except for maybe the closest they get is in the new one. But like this is way older than that one, so I don't know what. Well, I mean,
it's gotta be the melty one, right?
The melty one?
Yeah, the liquid one.
Well, they got the liquid metal one in T2, but that's a guy, for the most part.
Is it?
Yeah. In Terminator 3, they have like a busty like supermodel playing a Terminator, the Terminatrix, I believe.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah, but it's like it's not like a 17-year-old girl though. She's like very clearly like in her late 20s, early 30s or something, because she's like a supermodel and they make jokes about her breasts. It would be very awkward if it was about a 17-year-old, but you know.
So I looked up Terminatrix, and I guess, I don't know if this is anything to do with that movie, but like she has a big butt and stuff. No, this is probably another movie, and it's
that's T3. Oh, or maybe you're looking at a knockoff called Terminatrix. That might be its own movie. Okay, yeah, that's probably not an official piece of Terminator media.
But, yeah, okay, I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. I thought that was referring to the Terminatrix, but I guess it isn't, so I'm confused.
Yeah. It's very strange, but
maybe it was the Sarah Connor stuff.
That could be. They could be watching Sarah Connor Chronicle. I don't know why they left their house for that, but yeah.
Yeah, very
Maybe they just
strange.
watched it the night before and they're still arguing about it. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's very possible with Sheldon involved, but yeah.
And then they hear Penny's beautiful voice
Yeah, she's
echoing
singing
down the stairway.
and they are disturbed. They literally walk back down the stairs and then they have to lie and pretend they're throwing out their fucking dinner they just came home with and then put it in the trash can just to keep this lie up. This is an episode about Leonard lying and Sheldon being uncomfortable with it. And they have that even with this first lie. So,
Well, actually, this episode perfectly comes back to the other lying episode where Sheldon was so focused on the details and he started to learn how to lie. And now we see that he vaguely knows how to lie, but he completely overdoes it because he doesn't have any practice in it.
yeah. You know what it made me think of, actually? Because in this episode, they lie. They have a bit of a lie war where they try to come up with better lies than each other briefly.
Was it regular show?
It made me think there's an episode of the regular show, right? I believe episode 7. Where they they lie.
I think that was one of the best episodes, and I think you guys both shut on it.
I did not care for it, but it didn't make me think of this. Or this made me think of that. So
I mean, this is way different because Leonard is just being regular, but then Sheldon is ruining everything with his stupid lies.
I think it's exactly the same. Are they not regular on the regular show?
I mean, no. They're having specifically a context on who can lie more, you know.
Yeah.
I really liked that episode. I can't believe you guys were so negative on it. It's such a great concept that normally you'd think, oh, they're gonna learn the lesson. They won't lie as much in the future, but no, they just double down on this lying context, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a shame.
I don't know. When Sheldon, he pulls the chicken out of the trash can afterward, and he dusts it off with his hand, right? And I thought that was an amazing example of character growth between these shows, because he's no longer a germaphobe if he's willing to reach into the garbage. And then eat the food that was in the garbage, I guess, too, so.
Well, I mean, it's all still packaged, so I guess it's probably fine, but I guess.
I mean, do you think young Sheldon, who wears gloves at family dinner, would he be comfortable with eating food out of the garbage? I don't think so.
I guess he certainly got over his germophobia, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
Character development, I think. Yeah. Epic show.
Well, does young Sheldon do a lot of germophobia? I guess.
It's really just the dinner thing.
Well, specifically, we have his dad this time be the germaphobe.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to touch Georgie Jr.'s
That's
hand.
true, yeah. Georgie just gets shit on. This is even more of him getting shit on by everyone else in the show, but yeah. For
Yeah,
Big
he was
Bang
picking
Theory,
his
though,
nose, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah,
No,
I'd say this is a pretty big filler episode because not a whole lot of interesting stuff really happens. They have it is interesting to watch the lie evolve. I know Sheldon, he replaces Leonard's bad lie. I don't even remember what it was. They got to go to a symposium or whatever. But he replaces that lie with this idea that Sheldon has a cousin Leo who's getting over his addiction or something to heroin, and he has to get an intervention or something. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna drive out to Long Beach.
Leonard's lie was perfectly fine, except for the fact that it blows up in his face because the other guys come in and they want to go to this symposium now that doesn't exist.
Exactly. So I think that's proof that Sheldon's right. This lie immediately crumbles when anyone else gets involved. So,
I mean, that was pretty. I mean, they probably wouldn't have gotten in that much detail if Sheldon hadn't been further constructing the lie, you know.
And we see how Leonard he can't handle his lie being revealed either. He just goes, I don't know what to say, and he says that 4 times in this scene. So.
Well, that makes sense because he's not sure whether or not he should be playing along with Sheldon's lie now or admit that everything has been a lie. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that was actually a pretty good character moment for him there.
That's true. I guess so, yeah. Sheldon, he does the triple knock thing for the first time in the show, but he does it to Leonard first, which I actually wasn't expecting. He does the knock and he goes, Leonard, knock, 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 Leonard, you know? It was good. It's a hilarious bit that the audience, the canned laughter, will fucking cheer for every single time it happens from now on. So it must be funny.
Well, I'm pretty sure we learned that the live studio audience is real and there's no canned laughter at all.
They might film it in front of a live studio audience and then put in canned laughter after. Because it just does not sound real to me. It sounds so phony every single time.
Yep. Fake news. It's all real laughter.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. I wanted to ask you though, Florian, do you think you could come up with a lie this convoluted in order to just like avoid something that you don't want to do? Like, could you come up with like a fake reality like this?
I mean, I'm always honest, so I probably would be the worst at this.
Okay.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. I do remember.
Okay, why don't you test me? Come up with a scenario for me.
Let's say you're recording a podcast, right? For ages and ages, but you decide you no longer want to be on this podcast for one reason or the other. But you have to let the other co-host down easy.
Wow. I can't believe that this is the example you picked. This is completely unrealistic. I don't know how that ever could happen to me.
It's called foreshadowing, Florian.
Or is it aftershadowing? Is it already too late?
Oh, well, I suppose that's up to you. I don't know.
I can't believe that you would assume that my motives are insincere with that one.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, but do you think you could, though? You haven't answered my question.
I mean, yeah, I guess you just gotta use a little bit of the truth and sprinkle it in with the lie, you know?
Yeah. That's what I think both Sheldon and Leonard are missing. Neither of their lies are based in any truth at all. I mean, Sheldon does all sorts of, like, addiction research to discover that he, like, because he's the middle child, it's no good, even though he hasn't even told Penny that or anything. So, it's, yeah. But no one's like keeping it in like actual truth of like, oh, we can't come to your play because we're watching the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles tonight. You know? They could just said that. I guess that's rude to not go see your good friend's play because you want to watch something else, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's too bad when your entire life is perfectly planned because you're living with Sheldon, and then there's no way they could construct a believable lie to get out of it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really funny that Leonard gets punished at the end, and he has to watch the thing anyway on tape with Penny staring at him the whole time to make sure he's not like grimacing in disgust at her voice. So yeah. It's very good.
Yeah. I thought he would have enjoyed this opportunity to come over to Penny's. What a shame.
You'd think so. You'd think he would, to sit on the couch and watch a fucking full play with Penny. That sounds like a pretty good deal, even if her singing's not great.
Well, I think it was just the audition, right?
I don't fucking know. Maybe. But yeah, whatever they had to watch. You know, it would have been something with Penny. Alone in a room. So he's like she hugs him twice in this episode, and he's like, "Oh, you're hugging me!" Like he's clearly so starved for any attention from her at all, and yet he desperately does not want to be in the same room with her watching her thing. So I don't get it. Perhaps the writing in the show is not as rock solid as I think it is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess he's got this weird thing where he needs to be honest, but then he also wants to spare her feelings, and he knows that eventually she'll notice. Or maybe he just wants to spare her even having a chance of noticing his true feelings about the singing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could make sense. It could be the perfect arc for him, all right?
Maybe.
Will he choose being horny, or will he choose saving her feelings? Well, he's doing the selfless thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an odd episode, and I'm glad we're basically already done talking about it. Sheldon, he does bring over this actor who's going to portray Cousin Leo. I guess he's lucky that this guy who's clearly desperate to be in any sort of role at all isn't in Penny's like thing already. But yeah.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, that would have been good if she comes
happened.
over and she's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And it's like, like, yeah.
Oh yes, on top of acting, I'm also a drug addict.
Yeah, he just has to pretend it anyway. But you said your name was Tommy at the audition. I'm not fucking Leo or Lee, depending on how you want to refer to him. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and he gets up and he does this monologue, and it's amazing.
Was there any point where they were on a cruise? I remember there was something with a ship.
A cruise? Oh yeah, they went to Long Island anyway, or Long Beach, whatever it is, and they went on the Queen Mary, which is a boat that is like docked and has like dinner theater productions in it now, or whatever. It's not like an actual boat that moves anymore.
And then Sheldon was disappointed in who was the murderer at the secret murderer thing. They were playing Among Us. And
yeah, Sheldon he was very unhappy about it.
Yeah, he was not spotted as the Among Us.
Yeah. I hope we get Sheldon's reaction to the Among Us TV show at some point. Are we going to do that on the podcast? Will we watch the Among Us TV show?
I mean, I will watch it, so I guess we'll see if you will end up wanting to review it.
They're getting all sorts of like big celebrities and stuff for it. It's already everything I hate about modern animation, so we'll see.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess complaining episode from me.
I guess they just need to bring on the pretentious team behind Spider-Verse so they can have like the celebrity art style, you know.
They should. I'd watch it if it looked like Spider-Verse. I absolutely would.
Oh, of course you would. That's the selling point for you.
Yeah, for my animated movies, I like it when they look really good. That is true.
When they're overly stylized, yeah.
Yeah. I like when the pixel art's right. I like when the animation's interesting. You know, I'm a simple guy. I like that, okay? But yeah. Do we have anything else to say on this Big Bang Theory?
Well, it's pretty crazy that Sheldon thought it was a good idea to bring this theater kid in, like that this theater kid would be a convincing drug addict, but then like a little later, like he just plays it up because he is so into the idea of creating a backstory for this character and playing to his full range.
Exactly.
Because he doesn't give a shit about getting it right.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was it's very strange. Yeah. He does end up hanging out with Penny at the end, and then they both fucking despise him because he's not sticking to the script and because he's with Penny and Leonard's not and stuff. So they're both staring at him angrily from the kitchen. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, and I guess he's touching Penny, and she doesn't mind too much.
He's also sitting in Sheldon's spot, I noticed, so...
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess Sheldon has to give up his spot for his long-lost, drug-addicted cousin, you know?
Yeah, he does. It's very unfortunate, but yeah.
It's very canonical that he would give up his spot for his cousin.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that's Big Bang Theory. It's on the lower end of Big Bang Theories this time, I'd say. But yeah.
I mean, I thought it was solid. Like, I mean, there was no one getting laid. So I guess it's not one of those clickbaity ones. But I think the fact that we learned that Sheldon is willing to lie if there's a good reason it's explained to him. Mm-hmm. I guess that means that I was wrong about him being ruined by his mom to some extent, but yeah. I mean, he's obviously still very inexperienced at this whole, like, at any social interaction because she has allowed him to be shielded from it entirely.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you've admitted that because I'm now keeping a running tally of how many arguments I win versus the ones you win, and so far we're at like 7-0 already from just today. So
that is the most soy thing I've ever heard. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure I'll trust your tally of that. Wow.
Yeah, I'm the sole arbiter of this tally that I'm definitely keeping.
Yeah, maybe it's the complete opposite. You know, if you think you won, it's just me being the bigger man. All right.
Wow.
And I'm actually the winner.
You're not little bro and me, okay? Fuck off.
What's that?
I don't actually know what that means. I don't really know. Something
I
like
thought
that.
that might be a reference.
No, it's not. Well, kind of, but it's still like niche internet crap. So whatever. But yeah, that's Big Bang Theory. Young Sheldon. It opens. Sheldon has been rude to his teachers, very rude, by like correcting them and stuff, and making fun of them by accident for the most part. But yeah.
Yeah, I like when he's belittling them by saying, "Oh yeah, I'll let you figure out what you just did wrong."
Yeah, that's like the harshest one. And then he's talking to the gym teacher, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you lead by example in our running here?" He's not thinking about the fact that like a gym teacher kind of can't be active like themselves the full day, because like even if they were running around, they got to do like 6 periods of this shit. I'm on their side, but yeah. It does feel bad when you're a kid running and you're sweating and you're dying, and then the fucking gym teacher's standing there yelling at you to keep going and not moving a fucking inch, though. So that does suck.
Are they even supposed to run that hard? Wow.
I don't know. Sometimes. I was not a very in shape kid in schools, though. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was never either, but
yeah.
Well, I guess they just did it way too easy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Over here we have almost like a gym holiday, but it's the Terry Fox walk that every school participates in. In the 80s, there's this guy, he was dying of cancer, and he got his leg removed, but he still decided to run across all of Canada to raise money for charity and stuff. And then his cancer came back and he died before he could finish his run. It was a very tragic story. Great Canadian hero. But yeah, he every year we had to do the Terry Fox walk, where we all, as a school, we all walk in a big line all around the town, and we complete his walk, basically. Except we're just in our one shitty little town. But yeah.
So it's that same thing as that movie where the guy was bombed by the Boston bomber and then he lost his legs, but in the end he still did a marathon, you know?
Yeah. But we had it first, okay? So, yeah.
I don't know if you did.
This was the 80s. Boston bombing was in like 2008 or something, I think.
It was that recent? Fuck.
Boston bombing was pretty recent, yeah.
I mean, that movie must have come out pretty recent too then, jeez.
Probably. Was that Stronger with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, that's the one.
Is it really? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. That's just the only... you know why? The only reason I know about that movie is because I've seen the thumbnail for the Is It Kino episode where Jake Gyllenhaal's like walking like on one of those things to like teach himself how to walk. I actually did not know that was the same movie.
Yes, that's the movie.
Okay. I gotta watch that then. That sounds interesting. If there's like, especially if there's like explosions going off and blowing people up, that sounds good.
I don't remember. I don't think it was that good. You're probably not missing much.
Well, okay.
I mean, I thought it was an interesting piece of history, but you probably already know the history, so I don't know.
Not really, but whatever. But yeah, Sheldon, they decide like, oh, we're going to send Sheldon off to a gifted school over in Dallas, like 200 miles away, I think they say, or 300, whatever it is. And this starts breaking up the whole family. They're all so sad when Sheldon goes away for this one night. He ends up staying away, and he ends up not liking it anyway because they got like a fan in the roof in the place he's staying at and stuff, and he's worried it's going to decapitate him in the night. He doesn't like the hippie music that is new, like they're not adopting him, I guess, but it's whatever. His caretakers, they're playing shitty music because they're all like these university people.
You're calling Bob Dylan shitty music?
It's bad hippie music, whatever. Sheldon doesn't like it, I don't know. And I only heard their like shitty version of it from this show, so I don't know if the actual song's good.
He does a Bob Dylan impression at the end, it's crazy.
Oh. Okay, I don't know.
I can't believe that Sheldon wouldn't recognize this great music, Yeah. Well, actually, I guess he wouldn't have had time to know a lot of music.
He is only 9, and he doesn't seem like a very musical kid. He seems very, very miserable about the whole concept. So,
I mean, it blows my mind that Sheldon would prefer to go back to his religious mother over having to deal with like one song every once in a while.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I think like to me this is actually a terrible episode because
I love
like Sheldon has a chance once again to make something of his life, and he once again rejects it, and there isn't even much point where he decides on it. He just like he just goes with it, you know. His dad comes to pick him up and he's like, yeah, let's go. Well, let's not improve my life.
He's just unhappy about like the ceiling fan in the room, really. I think it's the main problem he has. But yeah, I don't know. He realizes he needs his family, and the family realizes they need him. And that's the arc of the episode, except for Georgie, the miserable little fuck who doesn't even have a moment where he's like, oh yeah, I want Sheldon back.
Yeah, but
he's
Sheldon,
upset about it.
It doesn't even make sense. Like Sheldon, well, I guess maybe it does make sense. I don't like it. Like Sheldon always acts like he's this rational guy, you know. But then I guess why does he live with Leonard? Why does he live with his family? Oh, does he secretly like them? No, actually he doesn't. This is just a stupid plot point to keep the no.
He does. Like, he certainly does.
He expresses his dislike of everyone all the time, okay? He doesn't like anyone. Oh yeah, sure.
There's a good man underneath Sheldon, okay? This is a large part of his character. He just needs to learn to express it a little more.
I don't think so. I think it's just like they just yank his chain so he can't actually leave the show and become the greater version of himself, okay?
Wow. You're just wrong, okay? You think Sheldon should have become like a cyborg boy who like doesn't have any family, he's just doing math all day or whatever? Like that's no good.
Oh please, he couldn't visit his family on the weekends. It's not like he does anything. Like he was invited on a fishing trip and he hates it with all his might. Like,
but he loves his family, man? He loves his parents, and he loves his little sister and stuff. He just doesn't know how to show it because he has movie autism.
I mean, I don't think so. I really don't think so. There's no way that Sheldon wouldn't be satisfied with meeting them on the weekend. That would be already too much, okay? He'd be fine with that.
Wow. I don't think that's the case, okay? I think you may have a fundamental misunderstanding of Sheldon Cooper as a character.
I mean, if that's true, then he thinks so too, you know? He always tells us how he doesn't care for everyone.
Well, yeah, but it's not right. It's like Mumkey constantly talking about how he wants to kill himself. He doesn't actually mean it, so...
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Look, it's obvious. Look, whatever. It's obviously the case, okay? It's a facade that he puts on, and you may not even know it's a facade, but it is.
Yeah, I'm the one who doesn't know, okay? Like the depression is real, okay? Like he is struggling and he is troubled, you know. Well, but he's like, he knows that it's really lame if you keep telling people that you want to kill yourself all the time, so that's why he doesn't do it anymore, okay?
So what you're saying is when he's constantly like, oh, I don't really care, this stuff doesn't affect me, you're saying it's not totally true.
Well, I mean, like when you're really depressed, like nothing affects you really. Like you can have a girlfriend, you can have no girlfriend, like you'd still be depressed. So I mean, it's probably true, especially if you take the meds. Well, I guess he doesn't, right? I guess like that would make you numb to things as well. But it's crazy, okay?
I don't know. Maybe this is a bad example. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Monkey, he's really happy all along. Totally, the depression chamber is totally for fun. Yes.
He laughs a whole lot on those shows, so he seems pretty happy to read about people in a worse situation than him. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's like to cheer you on about people having it worse than you, you know?
Yeah. It seems like it's working, though, so you should keep at it. But yeah, Big Bang Theory, Sheldon, right? There's a line where Georgie says he thinks he'll be a male model after he graduates high school. Have you seen Georgie's actor today? I think he's over 18, right? I hope so. Because otherwise the question I'm about to ask would be very strange.
You're concerned about that? Wow. I mean, like you know that
okay.
like there's models that are underage too, right? Like
Well,
you can be a model.
Well, what I was going to ask you, if, say, you were on Grindr and someone who looked like Georgie's actor does today at 21 years old, not Georgie as he appears in Young Sheldon of what we've seen so far, okay? Very clear, specifically Georgie as he appears now.
Are you going to put him in?
Are you
going to edit him in?
No.
Damn it!
Would you click on Georgie's actor's profile and send him a message on Grindr? That's my question.
Are you gonna show me?
You don't know what he looks like?
No.
I'll show you.
How would I?
Picture. I'll send you a picture. Okay, and I guess since I'm downloading it, I'll fucking put it in the episode too.
Yeah, I put in the thing.
Wow. Okay, here you go. Here's the picture.
Do the editing.
And I'll also write down.
I mean, I mean, I guess like the main thing about George is that I don't like the hair. Okay. Like it's too curly for my opinion. But everything except for the hair looks really nice in that picture. So I guess I would grind up on him. You know.
Okay, he's a very average looking guy. I don't know what.
What are you talking about? Average looking guy. What are you talking about?
He looks like the most normal person I've ever seen. When you look at that picture, he just looks like a normal guy. So
he's fit in that. What are you? It's not normal to be fit. There's nothing average about being fit.
He looks like what the average like probably could be. He doesn't have any like defining features on him.
Well, like in the 50s, maybe like the average soldier in World War II. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he just looks like a very normal guy. So, yeah, he's got gym photos and stuff too on his Instagram. Apparently,
exactly.
I'm just seeing that because that's in the Google images. But yeah, I don't know. He's in this fucking Sheldon universe. He's like marrying like a 40-year-old crazy lady or whatever's going on. So. That's no good.
I mean, considering that he's like 80 IQ, that's probably pretty merciful of her to marry him.
Wow. I don't know. I think that's a good chance that she's taking advantage of him. But I guess we'll have to see how this relationship blossoms in this show as it goes. Because I think it starts here.
Well, how do you know that? Like, if she'd probably have to wipe his ass or something at some point. Like, he's probably going to make some really obvious mistakes with his horribly low IQ. So I think, like, I don't know if that's being taken advantage of, you know? Like, unless she gets, like government money for him being so stupid, you know? Because she should be his caretaker.
I think it's strange for a 30-plus-year-old woman to be going after someone who's, like 18 or whatever age she thinks he is, and then he's actually like 16 or whatever. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like a great situation.
Wait,
for Georgie.
Is he supposed to be 16 in the show?
Well, at the point whenever he meets this woman who he's going to spend the next like 5 seasons of this spin-off show with, yeah. I don't know.
Really? He's 16? Jesus.
I'm pretty sure they meet when he's underage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but who knows?
I mean, that's weird considering that he's that old in real life. And they're filming this now.
Yeah. I have no idea. I really don't know. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Should we even watch that new stuff?
I'm not watching that new show, but we'll have to see as the relationship... Because I think it starts in Young Sheldon. And it's just going to continue into this new show.
Oh, it does? Wow.
I think so. I have no idea. We'll have to see as we watch Sheldon.
I guess that's the formula, huh? Everyone has to get married, huh? In the Big Bang Theory universe.
Yeah. I mean, most people do end up getting married. Yeah. Especially when these shows were being made. Like, the whole marriage rate was probably much higher, like 20 years ago than it is now. But yeah, 10 years ago, whatever.
I guess so. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it plays, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a regular marriage.
Mm-hmm. There's a scene in this episode where Sheldon's Meemaw gives him a Comanche necklace that she says has been passed down for generations, and there's a price tag on it. And so she rips off the price tag when Sheldon points it out, and she's like, "No, there isn't." And it's Yeah,
and she rips off the feather because he hates birds. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you think of this cultural appropriation, though? Is this okay for her to be doing?
Yeah, why not? What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
Is it okay for this white woman to buy a fake necklace and give it to her white son to pretend that they have native history or whatever?
I don't think that the idea is to pretend it's native history. I think it's just like a cool necklace. Like, if anything, it like maybe her grandpa took it off like an Indian that he killed or whatever.
Mima tries to bring it into real history, but she's lying. Just like so many people lie about their native ancestry.
What did she say?
She's like, oh yeah, this is passed down in our family for generations or whatever. But it's not. It's like a thrift store item.
I mean, yeah, but she doesn't say she doesn't say anything about the culture, right?
I don't know. I was trying to do a bit, but it did not work. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, these bits are really weird because you know that I'm not like woke or whatever.
I
what do
keep
you
fishing
think?
for it. Okay.
Like, you think I'm gonna say, oh yeah, Native American culture is precious and it must be protected? No, fuck that. Like,
I guess we have learned you're more racist than I thought.
What do you mean? Like, remember
you were
when
talking about the Indians last episode or whenever that was. That was pretty harsh.
Yeah, I know. How could I be more racist than that?
I didn't know. I didn't know before that episode. That's what I'm saying. I guess the real turning point was the Godzilla one. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
But I mean, like, it doesn't even make sense anyways. Like you think, oh, don't wear their like their costumes. Our culture is not a costume. Like,
I don't know.
I don't get that. like if I see someone wearing a lederhosen, I think, hell yeah, like that's cool. That's what culture is. It's like it is just a costume. I'm sorry Wait, you don't get that.
So you're saying it's okay to enjoy a culture that has been like assimilated into like the culture that you also live in and whatever, and it shouldn't be endlessly gatekept because some weirdos on Twitter don't like seeing a guy with dreadlocks or whatever? Is that your position?
Yes. You seem to agree with that.
Wow.
Well, what's your position on it?
Anyway, young Sheldon here. We have this episode. Where,
wow.
Yeah, Sheldon,
you're not really woke either. Wow. Why do you keep trying to be woke?
I'm woke relative to most people. Okay, I'm very left. I'm just not crazy. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, the cultural appropriation thing is like peak insanity. Like, what do you get if you outlaw Halloween costumes? Wow.
There's a nuanced discussion to be had. Maybe don't dress up in like brown face or whatever and put on a Sultan hat like our great Prime Minister did in Canada. But you know maybe that's like a poor choice of cultural appropriation when you're like denigrating the culture inherently with what you're doing. Maybe that's no good. But
I mean, I guess that's like, funny. I guess face makeup is just like risky nowadays, huh? That's crazy. Like if you're playing a role and you're mimicking it properly with the makeup, I guess that's not acceptable now, huh?
Florian Himsel is pro blackface. That's what we're learning today. Yeah,
just do the minstrel show. Yeah.
Wow. That's why you like Tom and Jerry so much, because of all the racist stuff. Oh wait, no, you said Steven Universe was better. Never mind. Whatever. This is deep lore shit anyway. No one's gonna get any of this.
Like Steven Universe would shed a singular Indian tear as he hears my takes on cultural appropriation.
Yeah, the whole show is supposed to teach you not to be this way, Florian, and yet here you are.
Oh, actually, you would be wrong if you thought that, because apparently there were some racist versions of these characters that she's made, and she's hired. I think Nicki Minaj to play one of the black-looking rage women, so that's pretty funny.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
Well, yeah, Well, she becomes like a big sensual black woman who also is a warrior, and then it's Nicki Minaj, I think.
Okay.
So that was considered to be racist, but I guess you can forget about that now because the person who thought so turned out to be a pedophile, Lily Orchard. So I guess
okay.
I guess maybe Steven Universe was the right level of woke after all.
Now I'm getting the experience that like normal people would get watching this. Like they just don't understand what the fuck is being talked about because it's so deep into in-jokes and stuff. Like it's just impenetrable.
Well,
okay.
you probably saw a lot of Lily Orchard exposed videos on the internet, but
I did not.
Whatever.
I don't know who that is. But
well,
okay.
I guess you're not into reviews of little kids shows then, and
no,
analyzing
I'm not really.
whether or not they're racist.
When I was like 12, I used to watch The Mysterious Mr. Enter. That's the only one, though.
Oh, God. I wonder if he's been exposed for being a pedo yet.
He's exposed for writing a terrible book. I know that. My good friend Mumkey exposed him on that one. But yeah.
I mean, I guess most of the criticisms there were spelling mistakes. But I guess I guess there were some overall critiques as well.
I have no idea. But yeah,
I mean, there was a segment where he went over every single spelling mistake.
Okay,
and
I gotta rewatch that
error.
video. But yeah, in this young Sheldon, they talk about while Sheldon was away, Georgie had an hour-long conversation with fucking Mima about how the helmet on the Dolphins, the Dolphin like sports team, their helmet has a dolphin who's wearing another helmet. But the dolphin on their helmet, who's wearing the helmet, his helmet has an M on it, and not another dolphin.
I like how that was an insight, a good insight, and then it was ruined by Mima pointing out that it had to be discussed for an hour. You know, we almost had a little Georgie win, but then it was stripped by Mima.
Was that a good insight, or was that like a stupid thing that they're pointing out as stupid?
I mean, it's not stupid. Like,
okay.
you wouldn't put a dolphin on the dolphin's helmet, would you?
Yeah. Florian, can you relate to having hour-long conversations about like stupid things that don't matter, that no one cares about?
No, not really.
Okay. I just wanted to check in on that.
I mean, everyone was pretty interested in Knuckles still when we did it. It was the perfect time to talk about that show.
That's true. That's why your channel now has 70 million views now. You've been shot to internet superstardom from our Knuckles review with Artsy. Yeah. We're all famous and wealthy now.
Yeah.
Even more wealthy than we already.
Yeah. I finally made it to 1 billion. You know, I did it.
Yeah, you became the billionaire.
Finally met my goal. Mm-hmm. So Mima is generally an asshole in this episode as well because she pushes for Sheldon to go to this new family, but in the end she just reveals that she's done it out of just spite because she wanted to annoy her daughter.
Yeah, she reveals that the only reason she was on that side of Sheldon going was because her daughter was not, and she wants to be like contrarian. Can you imagine having to put up with like a professional contrarian every hour who like always gives the opposite opinion on something just to see how the other person reacts?
Is that a thing that you do?
Some might say it's a thing you do.
Well, they'd be idiots because I'm always sincere, so I'm never a contrarian.
I don't know. I'll leave that one up to the audience.
I mean, if they're saying that I'm insincere, they're just complete idiots and wrong. Like, that is just a fact, because I would never misrepresent my opinion.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a moment here where Sheldon is like, he's like very mean to Missy for a brief moment here when he's talking to her in the bed that they share, in the bedroom that they share. But yeah.
Yeah, what does he say?
I don't remember, but I just wrote a note that he fucking hates her though. So it seems like he might genuinely despise her. Out of all the family members, I think he holds the most contempt for his poor little sister. She is evil though, so yeah.
Wow, you think so?
She's pretty evil at times. Did you see in the other episode she was like like knocking on the door and blaming Georgie for it and stuff, on listening in on the parents' conversation. She's like evil.
But isn't Georgie evil too?
George is not evil. He's just dumb and unpleasant as a result of that.
No, I'm pretty sure he's like purposely unpleasant.
No, he's not. Maybe occasionally, but it's usually just when Sheldon's bothering him.
Well, you pointed out here specifically that he's happy to be rid of Sheldon, so what do you call that then?
Well, yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's just a rotten family all the way around, except for Sheldon, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess Mima's terrible, that the parents are terrible too.
Mary's a crazy Christian or whatever, and that's no good.
Yeah, I know. That's the
George
worst
is
you
fat.
could do.
That's a cardinal sin. That's one of the 7 deadly ones. That's gluttony.
Being fat is so bad too. Oh my god, they really are all terrible. I mean, I guess he's usually the most level-headed one, right?
I mean, yeah. If we're gonna be serious about it, he is like probably the highlight of the show.
But then he gets pressured into doing the stupid things by the women.
Yeah.
Oh god, so many women.
I wonder if he's probably still not over that brisket. So. Yeah.
Well, he's got it, so I don't know.
Well, that's true. That might be enough.
Like
he might not hold a grudge over it.
He probably has shortened his lifetime by having that recipe now. He's probably
they're probably eating that like
time.
every week, and like his cardio is just in the gutter. So, yeah.
Terrible, poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
And she tried to save him from his gluttony, but it couldn't be done.
Yeah. She tried to tell him, fucking not in your dreams, Tubby, whatever the note she wrote was. She tried to warn him.
In your dreams, Tubby.
Yeah, he's too fat to live. So, it's unfortunate.
Tragedy.
But yeah, I was honestly, with this episode, I was kind of wondering, like, oh, is this, because I know he goes to boarding school at some point, is this like the transition point, midway through season 1? But it wasn't, so,
Yeah, I mean, like, I hate so much that they introduced this new school that Sheldon should love to be in, and then he just completely abandons it just because of the ceiling fan and the song.
Yeah,
and he likes the new parents. They would have been great for him.
For the most part, maybe, yeah.
I mean, they didn't do anything bad except for the song and having a fan.
Yeah. Sheldon's he's not a very tolerant person of these things, though.
I mean, he's not tolerant of the things that in his family, that he's just gotten used to them, I guess.
Yeah. It's the evil I know versus the evil I don't, or whatever,
Yeah, but it's not even evil. I mean...
Yeah.
He puts up with way worse stuff. It's crazy.
This is the 3rd podcast we've recorded today, and I'm getting very tired, honestly, so... yeah, it's
it's fine. The audience can't tell.
Okay, except for the part where I say it out loud.
Exactly, you ruined the illusion.
That's fine.
I was fighting a yawn the entire time.
Okay.
I had a date, and before that I went on the treadmill for an hour, and then I went to town and got myself a frozen yogurt, and it was nice.
What was the frozen yogurt like? What did you have in it? Did it have, like, toppings?
Yeah, it had chocolate sauce, and it had some kind of almond crumble. So that was really good.
Okay.
It
doesn't have corn on it, by chance?
No. It wasn't as good as last time I had it, so I guess I probably won't get it again in the near future, but...
Okay. You're telling me you don't put corn on all of your food?
Cut it out. What are you doing?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you put corn in frozen yogurt.
Yeah, in Canada, that's a delicacy. Corn yogurt.
I actually put, like, I was cooking a vegetable plate. No, what do you... Like, I was cooking just a ton of vegetables, okay? And it took me an hour, and it lasted me for 7 meals. I cooked so many vegetables that I was able to eat for 7 days. 7 meals, yes.
That's pretty good.
And I put yogurt on those sometimes. It's delicious.
Okay. I gotta get into yogurt, but most of the yogurt I try tastes really bad, so... I don't know.
Really? You don't like yogurt?
Yeah, I've never really had good yogurt, I don't think, so maybe that's it.
I mean, yogurt
no
isn't
idea.
like particularly healthy or anything, but it goes really well with salty things sometimes.
Okay.
If you get the sweet yogurts, they're probably just very high in sugar, so they're probably not going to be beneficial.
Yeah, that's the problem, but,
Yep.
At the end of this episode, when all the teachers, they know that Sheldon's back and whatever, they're drinking in the office like lounge room. So they're talking about how much they fucking hate him and how they're trying to get him like out of the class to like run on fake errands that the teacher sends. This teacher's like malicious and evil. This I believe she was the crazy burger feminist teacher from the earlier episode. And she's
What was her feminism? I don't remember.
I don't remember. She was just mad that the principal's a guy or
Oh
something.
yeah,
I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because she was trying to be the principal. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like an episode 2 thing. So, that's literally months ago. I have no memory of that anymore. So
yeah, we really need to remember these things better. You've done well.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I guess the taking notes is helpful for that.
It probably really is. I mean, that's the whole point of taking them in school and stuff. So yeah.
Exactly. I never did that in school. That's why I have horrible handwriting now, but I'm a very auditive learning guy.
Okay.
Learn type. Even though learning types are actually bullshit, so I guess that doesn't even make sense. But I do learn best if I hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, the truth is that everyone has like a bit of each type, and nobody's purely one type, and you should focus on one, and that's actually bad if you do. Okay. I guess the best thing would be to maybe have your main type and then try to sprinkle in some of the other types.
You know what you need to get, Florian? You need to get brain training, Dr. Kawashima's brain training on Switch, I think.
Oh my god, I was wanting to get some brain training, but on the computer. Oh.
Well, they've never released Dr. Kawashima brain training on the PC, unfortunately.
That is tragic, because I might enjoy it.
DS and Wii and stuff exclusive, so yeah. And now the Switch.
Yeah, maybe I'm so hooked on Mario that I'll eventually buy more Switch games. Who knows?
Yeah. And second on the list is fucking Dr. Kawashima's brain training. Yeah.
Finally, some useful game. None of these fun games anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for young Sheldon, I believe. Anything else we should talk about for it, or?
Well, we have to pick which one's best, I guess. Is there anything else in this one?
First,
right?
We have to do the Chuck Lorre cards. Those factor into my rating. Okay.
Wow. They do? That's terrible.
Wow.
That's like rating your Marvel movies based on the post-credit scene.
Sometimes I do that.
Ah!
Yeah, episode 10 is a card for Big Bang Theory. Episode 10. This is a card about how he was censored by CBS with his vanity cards, and it's just fueling his fucking persecution complex even more. So yeah, truly tragic card. And then episode 10 of Big Bang Theory, for Young Sheldon. Episode 10 of Young Sheldon. In this one, he reflects on his existence as a man defined by his complaining.
Wow.
Yeah. My advice for you, hop into your grave early, Chuck, okay?
You're such a mean-spirited guy. It's awful.
To this asshole? Absolutely. I don't like him one bit.
Oh, this creator of the shows we love? Wow, yeah, cool.
I don't care. I don't like him.
Such a malignant guy.
Malignant's a good movie. We should watch that.
I watched it. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess
That'd
we
be
should.
Epic.
I mean, I guess we can talk about it. It's too bad that no one will watch it because we'll just love it, and also,
yeah. Do you finally understand what a good bad movie is, Florian, after watching *Malignant*?
Well, I mean, the thing is that I think that all horror movies are bad, so I think it's actually a good horror movie.
Well, I mean, it's not really a horror movie, especially toward the end. But
No, it's a horror movie. I don't know how that escaped your grasp.
Part of it's a horror movie, but like, I think the parts that you liked, where he's like throwing chairs at people and he's doing Matrix bullshit, I think that's probably what you're talking about is the good part. So.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to watch the first part.
Exactly, yeah. So
It was very sincere horror, and then I mean, the other thing is fighting the horror monster. That's still part of the horror movie. Like they usually,
I guess so.
They often fight the monster.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love the fact that it's like just any media when it takes a big swing, even if it misses, even if it's like fucking stupid. I just love watching a beautiful disaster more than like mediocre crap. So
well, I think it's actually a brilliant. What's the fucking word? A brilliant satire of horror movies. You know, I think it's done well in that way. Yeah. And I think people who think it's bad, they're just coping and seething because they don't get that horror is fucking stupid, okay? And that's what we learned from this movie.
I think you just enjoyed a silly movie. And I don't know how you liked Malignant and you still don't understand this concept that like bad movies can sometimes be entertainingly bad.
Because Malignant is good. Malignant isn't a bad movie. It really is though. Like you don't get the concept of a satire. You think that they tried to make a good movie? No, they didn't. They tried to make a movie. But
it's not a satire. It's just actually a horror movie, and it ends with Matrix stuff. And it's like it's just
you really
silly.
think so? You really think they didn't make a commentary on what horror movies are?
I think it's possible that the director was like fucking with people because I think he wrote it too. It was the Aquaman director, but like
yeah. Well, let me definitely know that he's self-aware.
Well, no, but he started with like Saw though, or whatever, or like Insidious and stuff, and those are like genuine, serious horror movies. So,
wow, maybe I should watch those then.
They're not as good. They're not nearly as entertaining. So.
Rip.
Yeah. I don't know. But you might like them anyway because you're strange with your opinions.
Yeah, you really had to bite your tongue there, huh? You're gonna tell me how I'm terrible again?
Yeah. I'm not biting my tongue. I'm just being nice. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Sheldon, which episode was better this time?
Well, like I said, I hated the young Sheldon episode.
Wow.
Like I hate these episodes where they just do something cool and then you just know, oh yeah, this is gonna go back to the status quo, and there's I should wonder how they're gonna explain in one episode that they have to go back. This is absolutely trash in my opinion. Like, at least give us 2 episodes of this. Come on. Why can't he go to this school? This would be so good.
I just think you're wrong. The problem is, even if this episode of Young Sheldon is kind of on the lower end, right? Big Bang Theory is just so much more of a waste of time. Like, it doesn't even matter. Young Sheldon still wins by default for being the more interesting show to like watch and stuff.
How is this more interesting? What did you learn about him in this episode?
Just visually, Young Sheldon is consistently like more interesting to like look at. You know, it's just better shot.
Really
stuff.
Visually?
Yes.
Ugh.
Television is a visual medium. That's why it's not a book or a podcast.
That's a surface level criticism. It looks better.
No,
wow,
it's not.
Cool.
It's literally most of the effort of what they do is shooting it with their cameras.
It's right on the surface. Like the first thing you see is the quality of the image. You know.
Florian, when you watch Fury Road, were you thinking about how this is just surface level when they do these shots and you see the guy on the fucking car with his guitar out and he's rocking out, that surface level? No, that's like the draw of the film and the fights and the action. The actual story is like 5 minutes long in that movie, and you love the movie anyway. Why?
No, I care more about the story. We established this. It didn't work for me in Furiosa because there was too much action and not enough story.
Furiosa has like 9 times as much story, easily.
No, it doesn't.
By like scene, absolutely, like scene for scene. I guarantee you that.
I mean, there's more talking, but they don't actually do anything with the story.
Yeah, they do. For the
we
whole
established there are no arcs. Oh
my
God. Why did you do this? Now we spoiled that. Oh well.
Whatever. Oh yeah. Just release all these podcasts at the same time. Just put them all out on one day.
Yeah, that'll be cool. No. So you really wait. That's it. That's the only thing, is that it looks better. Otherwise, you don't care about what happened in the episodes.
It looks better, and generally, I just like George more than like Leonard. You know, I like most of the cast of Young Sheldon. I just prefer a little bit.
What, the Fat George?
Yeah, Fat George. He's great. And Mima.
I mean, he wasn't even in it that much. Like,
that's fine. Howard was barely in Big Bang Theory, but he fucking sucks. And he dragged the episode down when he was on screen. So.
Yeah, he tried to do a group hug when Penny was hugging Leonard.
Yeah, he has one joke, is that he's a little pervy and weird. That's it.
He was gonna rub his little dick on Penny's back, man.
Exactly, that's no good. I know you can relate, but, you know, it's not good for, like, a normal person, okay? Most people find that weird.
What? No way. What are you talking about?
You're not supposed to rub your dick on strangers, Florian. We've been over this.
Oh, he's
I tried to tell you about
enough.
this off stream. We had an intervention, just like Leo.
Penny's not a stranger. Terrible.
Penny desperately wants to be a stranger to Howard, and that's the same thing, okay?
Poor Howard.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. I'm writing down Young Sheldon won this one again.
No, but we're still debating, you bastard.
Well, you're literally never gonna budge, but I'm correct, and I've budged on it like 4 times.
Well,
now.
Tell me something how the story is more interesting.
It's not, but neither of them are interesting at all. So yeah, it's just a wash.
I mean, I specifically dislike this one because it shows us something interesting and then it rips it away at the end.
I specifically dislike the other one because literally nothing happens and no characters grow at all. It's just fucking Sheldon fucking around for an hour.
No characters grow in this one either. They just decide the episode is over and they go back to status quo. It's like Itchy and Scratchy.
I think Sheldon grew to love his family more. I think he grew to realize how much he needs his family. And the family grew to know how much they need him.
But Sheldon concocted a lie to spare Penny's feelings. I think that's more than he's done in this episode.
I don't think so.
Betrayal.
I'm marking down Young Sheldon wins. Okay.
Unbelievable.
6-4. And I'm the one keeping the tally because you refused to take notes, so... yeah.
Yeah, I bet Big Bang Theory is actually ahead by a few. You're just wrong.
It's not. Trust me, I've been keeping track of it accurately, and this time I'm vetoing it, okay? We need to bring in a tiebreaker next episode.
Wow.
We need to bring in someone else who can do the vote.
No, well, we are gonna bring in someone else next time. And I got this unhinged alcoholic friend who's gonna be on an episode with us.
Oh yeah. Yep. You got a cousin Leo you're gonna bring on?
I sure do.
Okay, that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should bring on a neighbor like JJ.
Which one was JJ?
Don't worry about it.
I can't believe you enjoyed this, Young Sheldon. It really bothers me when they do something and then they just completely forget. But they don't do that in Big Bang Theory. They hardly ever do anything where it's like, oh, this is a game changer. Yoink! In Big Bang Theory, they actually, like, when something meaningful happens, it actually sticks around.
Big Bang Theory is just a very static show. The only thing they add is, like, they introduce a girlfriend for another character once, like, every 2 seasons. That's, like, it.
Well, yeah, because they're adults. They don't change as much.
Yeah, so their lives are, like, boring and stagnant.
Young Sheldon could change so much, but he never changes.
He's changing slowly. In this episode, he learned about loving his family. In the last one, or whenever it was, he learned about lying and stuff.
Yeah,
He's growing and changing all the time. He's a mighty little man, Florian.
Yeah. Well, okay then. I guess I've been overruled. Fuck.
And I have been the Purple Cardinal.
You know what, that's too bad. We need to find a better way.
You gotta say boys so we can end it.
We're not ending it. I'm displeased with this outcome.
10 minutes over.
It's fine. Why married to this 1 hour mark? Jeez.
Because I've been shown the way, and I've been convinced on it, okay? This is going on too long.
What is he paying you?
We gotta... guys, go check out. There's a new podcast. It's called The Gerpel Passage, where I read philosophy with my good friend Dimbeek. Go check that out. It's going to be linked below in the description. And you're going to watch it. You're going to love it. You're going to love me and Dimbeek discussing philosophy for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's Purple's comment. That's what that is, I'm sure.
No, it's in the description of this video. Because if it's not there, then I'm quitting the Bazinga Boys and doing it on my own forever.
Wow.
I'm deadly serious about this Gerpel Passage podcast.
You're just ruining your channel, uploading all the Bazingas on there.
Mm-hmm. It'll happen.
Can't wait.
I'm willing to throw away so much in my life for the Gerpel Passage. Okay.
Boys.